Greetings. Have you wondered when you write a paper, how in the world can I manage all these footnotes and bibliographies, especially if you write long papers? That can be extremely complicated, daunting, and time consuming. The good news is you don't have to worry about those things anymore. I want to introduce you to Zotero. What is Zotero? Zotero is an open source, free, you don't have to pay a penny for that, reference management software. That is to say that Zotero is intended or designed to help you manage and organize your bibliographic data, your footnotes, formattings, and so on and so on. So the first thing you need to do is to install Zotero into your computer. How do you do that? Let me share my screen with you now. The first thing you need to do is to go to zotero.org and click and download, zotero.org/download. Go to that page. When you go to it, you notice that you have two softwares that you need to install. Number one is Zotero's application, Zotero 5.0 for Mac. If you use Windows, it's going to be for Windows. This is Zotero's Zotero application or software. And the other one that you need to install is Zotero Connector. Zotero Connector is the one that connects your browser to Zotero. Because I'm using Chrome here, so it is Zotero Connector to Chrome. But if you use Firefox, for instance, it's going to be connector to Firefox. All right. So once you install Zotero 0.5 into your computer, this is how it looks like. All right. These are all the bibliographic data that I have already put into my system because I've written my dissertation, papers, and articles, and so on. And then I've constantly used Zotero. These are the bibliographic data that I have in my computer. If you go to the left side of this application, you will see a list of folders that I've created. These are all under my library. So I can organize my bibliographic data according to whatever I want. So these folders help you to organize them, to categorize them into different categories. So I tend to use like according to my the paper that I'm writing. For instance, when I wrote a paper on tongues and ethnicity, these are all the sources that I use when I wrote that article. You can always add new collection or new folder. So, okay, just for the sake of demonstration, let me click this. So if you want to add, you go to new collection here on the upper left side, you click it, and you can write like my theology paper, right? You click OK. So once you click OK, you have already created a new blank sort of folder of called new theology paper. This is the new paper. So the question now, how do you put bibliographic data into Zotero? There are three ways of doing it. Number one is manually. The way you manually insert bibliographic data is by clicking this icon. You click it, and Zotero provides a lot of different style that you can insert your data in. So if you want to insert a data of an encyclopedia and article, then you click that one. If you want to insert a magazine article or thesis or dissertation, you click that one. But for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to click a book here. All right, if I want to insert information of a book. So for instance, I want to insert a book by William Mounce here called The Morphology of Biblical Greek. I can type the title, Morphology of Biblical Greek. Should be the morphology. And then the name, because this is written by William Mounce. So I put last name first, Mounce and William D. All right. Because he's an author, so I select author here. If he's an editor, and I click editor right there. All right. What about place? Because this is published in Michigan, Zondervan, Grand Rapids. So I put Grand Rapids, Michigan. So because I have already had inserted before, I can just select and then click enter. And publisher is Zondervan. Okay, it's right there already. And then the date is, let me see, the date is 1994. 1994. There you go. You have it right there. Okay. And then that's the first way. You do it, you insert it manually, right? The second way, you can use this magic wand here. Click that. And you can just insert the ISBN number or DOI number and so on. And Zotero is going to pull the information from the internet on the basis of those numbers that you put in. Okay. So let me give you an example. So if I want to put the information of this book edited by Scott McKnight and Niji Gupta, State of the State of New Testament Studies, I click that, I look for it on Amazon, and I find a page, and I go down here, and then I see that ISBN number here. I click it and I copy it. Once I copy it, I go back here to this magic wand. I paste that into that column, and then I click enter right there. So Zotero pull the data. Now, the data is not only perfect, but, that's why you can always edit it, right? So I don't like the small letter there, so I can change it to capital letter. Right? I can always, you can always edit the data that you have downloaded. And then also the editor is not only just Scott McKnight, but also Niji Gupta. It seems like the data is not complete. So how do I complete it? You click this plus, you add it, and you put Gupta Niji K. Period. All right. Now you have that, and then if you don't like Michigan, like complete name Michigan, you can always edit MI and then Baker Academy. If you don't want Baker Academy, you can erase that and just have Baker Academy. All right. Now, because this is an edited book, and if you're in the middle of writing a paper and then you write a paper and you use a source from an author or a chapter written by somebody else in this book, then you can insert the data of that chapter. For instance, if in my paper, I use Greg Carey's article or Greg Carey chapter here in this book edited by Niji Gupta and Scott McKnight, I can change the data here. If I want to just use this particular chapter, I can go to book here and then change the type of data, the type of source. I change it to book section instead of book section. Click that. When you click that, you click OK here, change item, and then it has the title is empty. Now the title here is the title of the chapter. So the title of the chapter that Greg Carey wrote here is Early Christianity and the Roman Empire. So I insert that, Early Christianity and the Roman Empire. Okay, edited by Scott McKnight here and Niji Gupta, but the author of the article or the chapter is Greg Carey. So how do I do that? I click plus here, and then Greg Carey is not editor, but author. I change it to author. Okay, Carey, Greg, right? And all the information is the same. With the book chapter, you need to add pages. Pages number 1, why? Pages number 9 until page number 34. Until 34. You need to insert. Why? Because in the bibliography, according to Turabian, for instance, you need to put the page number of that chapter. All right, that's number 2. Number 1 is manually. Number 2 by magic wand. And if you want to insert book section, you need to manually put it in book section, because sometimes you don't have that in on the internet. And then number 3 is the easiest way to insert the data here, which is, remember, I ask you to download this connector. This connector is going to install these add-ons to your browser, so that Zotero can know what page, when you open a page, connector can know, or will know, the kind of data that it can pull from that particular page. For instance, if I'm in the middle of writing a paper and I'm using this book by J. Cameron Carter, and I want to footnote it in my paper. So how do I pull the data? This is what I do. I go here to I go here to George Fox Library, and any library can do it. Any library can do it. So I'm using the example from George Fox Library. So and then I type raise a theological account. I type there, and then I click enter. When I click enter, you see the book here, the book data right there. You click the book data, click it. All right, once you click it, if you notice this, the icon has already changed into the book-like icon. You click it, you click the book-like icon right there. It's gonna pull the data from this page to your Zotero software. You see that? It's saving to my theology paper. You can change to whatever folder, but because we are using my theology folder now, it's gonna save to my theology folder. Save it there. Right, let's see. So once you save, notice this. It's already right there in your Zotero. All right. So you can always edit again, theology account. And if you don't like New York, or you don't like the Oxford one, if you want to just use New York or Oxford, yeah, whatever, you can click New York. It's totally fine. You can edit whatever you like. And then there you go. You have it already in your Zotero. And then if you want to download a journal article, for instance, you can just go to AppsCo, for instance, and then you just type process theology, for instance, this one. When you type process theology in your search, it's going to show you all the articles on process theology. It's going to be how many pages? Like a lot of pages, I imagine. Look at that. And then, so this particular page has so many articles. Now look at this. If you click Zotero, the icon has changed now into a folder. If you click that, Zotero is going to recognize that there are many articles. You see that there are many articles in that particular page, right? There are many articles, not only one article. So you can select all of them if you want, and then download all of them to your Zotero if you need all of them. But if you only need like one or two of them, you can download, like, for instance, relational empowerment, right? Feminist new materialism, and so on. Only two if you want to just, or divine woman, irigai, God and the subject, for instance. All right, and you click OK. Okay, you notice this. I check 3 articles from the page. Okay, click OK. So, and then again, it's gonna save to, look at this, is saving now to your folder, or to your Zotero. You see this, you have all this already. Divine woman, feminist materialism, divine empowerment. Those are 3 articles that I just downloaded from that page. Notice this, that Zotero, because that page has PDF of that article, Zotero not only downloads the bibliographic data, Zotero also downloads the PDF of that article. So look at this. I have the article. I can click it and I can read it here. Isn't that fantastic, right? So all the sources, you can actually manage everything in Zotero. So, and then if I don't like AppScore's name, I can just click like that, right click, and then go to rename file from parent metadata. Bam, it changed the name of the article. Like this one too. I don't like the AppScore full text. It's too generic. I want just name of that particular essay. I can change it that way. This one too. I can change it that way. Bam, it changed. The name is now according to the name of the title of the article. All right. Now, I can always do like, single article like that. So if I want to download this, omnipotence ruins divine friendship, but process theology save it. All right. So you go here, and then you see the item here. It has already changed to like paper-like icon. Click it. So when you click it, it's going to download this particular essay. You see this, when a divine friendship, omnipotence ruins friendship. Okay, right? You see that? And then it also, because that page has the PDF, you can always change the name. The PDF is right there in your Zotero. Now, with Zotero, they don't only give you info, but you can actually take notes as well here, and then you can put tags, you can put related articles to that particular essay. Okay, that's an extra information about Zotero. All right. Now, if you want to pull a data from an online article, newspaper, for instance, let me give you an example from New York Times. If I'm writing a paper, I want to pull a data, footnotes. I want to make a footnotes from a newspaper. For instance, this one, David Brooks. This is what I do. David Brooks article, at his core, Trump is an immoralist. All right. If you notice this, the icon has already changed into a newspaper-like icon, right? It means that Zotero recognizes that this page contains not book information nor journal article, but a newspaper article. So I click it. When I click it, it's going to download to my theology paper. And then it's right there. At his core, Trump is an immoralist, by David Brooks, right? And then if I want to edit it, if I don't need opinion on the title, I can erase that. Why? Because the section has opinion right there. Okay, that's how you pull the data and insert the bibliographic data into your Zotero. Now, how do you use this data in your paper? All right, let me go back here and go to Microsoft Word and type a paper. So for instance, if you write a paper on process theology, okay, and you can say something like process theology is an important development in modern theological discourse. And then you get this information probably from, let's put it from Richard here, right? Relational empowerment. Okay, this is an essay, an article. All right, you go here. Remember, when you install this software, Zotero software, Zotero is going to install in your Word document or word processor a plugins that will have this tab here on your Word processor, Zotero tab. Click that tab, and then in order for you to install footnote, you click this button, add or edit citation. You click that. Once you click it, you can add like relational empowerment. Okay, relational empowerment here, and then if you want to take it from page 5, for instance, right, or page because it's 227, right? You put it and then you click OK, you click enter. And notice this, that footnote, you have already had the footnote right there, page 227. Now, if you don't want this DOI number in your footnote, you can always erase it. You click that and then you delete it, enter. Go back here again. How do I fix this? Click here, because you fixed the data on Zotero already. When you come here, you just click it there and refresh. You see, when you refresh, that particular data or the information of DOI has already disappeared from your footnote, right? So notice this, Zotero format everything for you. So the name of the person, the title with the quotation mark and comma here, Zotero is going to do everything for you. Okay, and then next, not only process theology is an important one. Theologian begin to pay attention also to race. Okay, this is just an example sentence. And if you get this, and if you like, I know somebody has to read, or you get it from J. Cameron Carter's text, you go again here, and then click that. All right, when you click that, and then you put, you can search by name, J. Cameron Carter, Race, a Theological Account. That the one that we just downloaded from page 6. All right, you put page 6 right there. You see that on the footnote, you have that already, page number 6. Okay, and then you type again. This is a good thing. For example. And then you want to take again from this person, from Joshua David Richard. All right, you go there and then you click that again, and then you click the name, you find the name of his article, Relational Empowerment. You click that again, and then it's from page, for instance, from 240. Notice this. Zotero has already formatted the second quotation, second appearance of that article after you have others in the middle, others quotation in the middle. Now you have only name and that small short title and the page. Zotero organizes everything, formats everything for you. You don't have to worry about that. And then you're gonna type against like everyone has to read those works, for instance. All right, and then you want to take it from Greg Carey's article here. It doesn't have anything to do with it, but you know, this is just an example. All right, early Christianity and the Roman Empire. Okay, this is just an example. So early Christianity and the Roman Empire. So you see that, let me go back again. While you're typing, Zotero gives you suggestions. So here, this is the one that we just download, insert. So I want to put page 15. And I click enter, number 3, you see, this is already Greg Carey, and it will format you according to the format of a book chapter. So there's a name and the title and the name of the title of the book and the editors and so on and so on. Fascinating. It's easy for you to use. And then if you want to create a bibliography after you write your papers and you want to create a bibliography, you're going to go here and you click bibliography, right? And how do you list all the books that you've used, all the sources, articles, and books that you've used in that paper? You click that and you go back again to Zotero here. And then You click this, add or edit bibliography. Click that. Once you click it, right, you see this? Zotero is going to pull all the data, all the information of the books and sources or articles that you use in that paper and create a list of books or bibliography in your paper. So it will make it easy. It's only one click, everything is done for you. And all the format is already done for you. All right. That is short information that I can share with you on Zotero. If you have any question, feel free to ask. I hope this is helpful. Bye.